ready? No debate, cause they sold. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see as well. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
no, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh
lovely. I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Right, cool. Thank you. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
That intro never gets old. And by the way, folks, next week is our 200th, not 200th, our 100th live stream episode. So we're going to have a few special guests, possibly appearance from Mr. Kev again. I know he comes on every other week just because he just misses me. I guess it's like separation anxiety or something. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Korner Booth pregame. It is Thursday. It is Memorial Day weekend Thursday, guys. We are less than 24 hours away from Memorial Day weekend. And I just found out I'm basically not working all of the week after because my boss is in Scotland. So I'm like, I'm lit, bro. I already bought a 30 record Coors banquet. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering who that handsome devil is to the right side of me, if you're living on a rock, he's one of the oldest members of Belly Up. When he comes and goes like a house cat, honestly. But me and him got hired, I think, the same damn week. And we both have just been around. He's my favorite ball buster and instigator, hockey lover, and one of my just favorite humans of all time, Mr. Zac Mac. And, of course, you guys know my amazing team with me, Mr. Grayson Man and Mr. Matt Ordazzo joining us as well. Grayson, of course, looking like he's still in the Batcave. And it's just, we also have special guests tonight as well. My man Samir Singh will be joining us in about, I don't know, 20, he said 20 minutes. I'll give him that. And, of course, the amazing, the mystical, the total shit show that is my good friend and one of the funniest people at Belly Sports, Commissioner Cooper of TSS Fantasy, stopping by. He did not tell me what he's talking about in the show. I just gave him a 30-minute block of time, told him he's got to participate in the Korner Booth dartboard, and that's it. And I'm scared. This reminds me of when Kevin compared Joe Paterno to a Nazi. Like, I am like, oh, man. Just like, I'm getting those vibes right now. Oh my God. But gentlemen, how we doing? How you guys ready for Memorial Day weekend? Everyone's alive?
I'm always ready for Memorial Day weekend.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. Just got one more day to get there, man. Then we're there. 3-day weekend. So it's the first best weekend of the year.
Oh yeah.
First best weekend.
Agreed.
It's true. I'm proud of myself, man. I actually have a packed weekend this week. Usually Memorial Day weekend's kind of a dead zone, and I end up like picking up work shifts. This year I actually have a packed weekend. I'm like, I was buying a 30 rack today. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Just for me.
What are you doing? What do you got planned this weekend?
My buddy's throwing a house party, and he invited like 100-something people, or no, 50 to 100. He said it was the range. It's all of his friends from jiu-jitsu, his work, his actual friends, like his close friend group, me, his friends from just
Did you say jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, he's like one of those cult level jiu-jitsu guys.
Bro, I feel like a lot of people getting trashed that know jiu-jitsu is very dangerous.
Oh no, it was funny. We threw a
100%.
party in the middle of January this year, and him and one of his classmates literally just got into a wrestling match in the middle of the floor. And we were all just drunk off our asses, laughing hysterically, making fun of them.
I was hung up.
I cannot repeat on air what I said or what a lot of us said because it was just hysterical, but some audience might find it offensive. So all I'll say is that it was just funny to watch these two guys try to see who's more macho by tackling each other.
Big sausage fest grappling match.
There you go. I mean, listen, at least on spring break when like you see dudes and girls going at it with Oklahoma drills, that shit's just fun.
Yeah, on the beach and shit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, my only spring break where I actually traveled, I actually never even went to the beach. I was in New Orleans, so I did a whole different type of partying. But like, I mean, I don't know, boys. Like everyone here has done at least one alcohol drill in their life, right? I know Grayson's probably done about 2,000, but I think it's still like one of my favorite things.
2,000 too many.
2,000 too many. I mean, you a linebacker, dog. At least like you get to hit. Like at least you can get up faster than a D lineman can.
No, that is true. Love the old Oklahoma drill. Really
I
never
had-
got old.
I had one I did with this kid actually called me out because back in high school I was just a heavier kid, and this little skinny guy called me out. And he wanted to make a name for himself and just wanted to put out the biggest guy that was there. I was like, oh, okay, this is what you want to do. And we got up, and I didn't really even put effort into it. He just came at me full force, and I didn't even move, not even an inch. This kid just fell right in his butt. And I was just like, I just stood there, and I was like, I mean, I don't know what you expected to happen, but you're about 120 pounds, and at the time I was about 230.
The young Jerome Bettis.
The worst one was I had a rough day. I think it was senior year of high school, right? That was the last time I played high contact football. I'm not gonna act like I'm some kind of hardo trying out for college ball. I was way too out of shape in college. Matt knows this for a fact. So basically, my high school girlfriend had ripped me like a new one or something right before practice, and I walked in a bad mood. And we do Oklahoma drills, and this freshman who was talking shit, the sophomore was talking shit to me the entire warm-ups, lined up across me for Oklahoma drill. I basically Brian Dawkins suplex this kid. I was intentionally trying to hurt him, and my coach pulled me aside and goes, "If you hit him like that again, you're done for the day." Because I basically picked this kid up and slammed him like a punching bag. and I think I was the one who had the ball. No. It was the blocking Oklahoma drill. So like you had the two linemen with the backs behind them. I literally just picked this dude up and slammed him into like over a punching bag. I felt really bad about it for about 5 minutes, and then he ran his mouth again. I was like, I want to hit you so fucking bad because nobody else has the balls to. Because the kid had a heart defect, okay? So everyone was afraid to hit him.
Oh my god, dude.
You suplex the kid with a heart defect?
Oh my god.
Well, why the fuck are you playing football? This isn't listen, oh my god. This isn't 7-on-7, all right? You're gonna get freaking hit.
Hey, if your girlfriend ripped you a new one, you probably had a heart defect too, you know?
Yeah. Girl ripped it out and fucking spit on it.
Yeah,
she was a monster of a human being anyway. But anyway, personality wise, she was a tiny person.
Dude, I did Oklahoma drill, I think, one time in sixth grade football, and I fucking quit right now. I was like, fuck this sport. I'm gonna watch it from the couch. I'm done. I did one Oklahoma drill, quit the sport.
Yo, Jared, you suplexed a kid with a heart defect, bro. That's so
okay.
fucked up.
So the definition of a suplex, right? Is that when like I flip him over my shoulder or some shit, or is it just when I just pick him up and slam him on his back?
It's both, pretty much. You go by WWE terms, you can do any of that.
I picked him up and slammed him on his back.
Man,
that's all I did. I didn't really like go crazy with it wasn't like I just like it was a great block. I got him inside the pads, locked his chest plate, picked him up, and just slammed his ass.
Was he okay? Like what
happened? He was fine. He's fucking shit afterward.
Okay.
Man,
you pretty much slammed him. Was
there
any force coming from the hips? Was there a hip thrust? Was there pelvic force? What?
Did you put all of it into it?
It was more like me slamming a medicine ball.
Yes, you put your hips into it. What was I gonna say? So
you
pretty much
just tried to absolutely murk this kid. And I felt so bad about it afterwards.
you pretty much treated him like he was Cortland Finnegan and you were Andre Johnson.
That's a good one.
Everyone knows it.
I can see that.
Yo, listen, that Andre Johnson Finnegan one was probably one of my favorite football moments. I was watching it with one of my. What year was that? That
had to be like 2014 or 15 or something like that.
I was watching that with a girl I was like talking to, and we were watching the game at like B-dubs, and I was laughing, and she goes, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "Because Cortland Finnegan's a giant piece of shit, and Andre Johnson's my dog, man." I was like loving this.
Andre Johnson was massive when he was playing. He was jacked.
You know what the craziest part is? He was one of the fastest dudes in the field, which made it even scarier. Like, imagine if he got drafted to like the Patriots or the fucking Eagles or even
No.
like the Jets when they had
Yes.
Chad Pennington. Like, seriously, like any quarterback but Derek Carr for his first 4 years of his career.
Yeah, and then he had
David
Matt
Carr.
He's a
Schaub.
99 overall guy.
Bro, Madden 11, Andre Johnson was fucking broken, but nobody would take him. Everyone
Matt
went for
Schaub.
Calvin Johnson or Roddy White, or not Roddy White. Roddy White or Deshaun Jackson because he had 100 speed that year. And I think Hakeem Nicks was the other one who was like broken. But I would always go like, I'll take Andre Johnson. And everyone's like, why? I'm like, him and Dwayne Bowe are fucking broken. You can't cover them. They're too big.
Yeah, it's really that's pretty depressing if you think about Andre Johnson quarterbacks like David Carr, Matt Schaub, and then
he
Brock
put up
Osweiler, Tom Savage.
No, he never made it to the Brocket ship. But
Is that when he went to?
he was
the
in
Colts?
his last year was 2015 in Indy.
Yeah, and
Because
he
I
had-
remember he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles for 5 minutes, and him and Frank Gore both were like, "Peace. We don't want to be around Chip Kelly."
No, yeah, that's when he had Andrew Luck, right? When he was that was probably right before they built the whole line too.
He literally only caught 2 touchdowns as a Colt. They were both against the Texans in 2 different games. No, wait, no. He had 4 touchdowns as a Colt. They were all against the Texans. You can't make that shit up. That's awesome.
Nah.
No, look it up. Seriously, they were talking about McAfee the other day because they were talking about Andre Johnson. I was laughing because I'm like, dude, people forget Andre Johnson was fucking broken as a human being. He was just a monstrous. And the thing was, him and Santana Moss were Ken Dorsey's receivers in 2000. And Reggie Wayne. That was the Miami receiving core that Ken Dorsey had to throw to in 2000 when they went 12-1 and then beat the living piss out of Florida in the Sugar Bowl.
I'm still kind of upset the Jets let Santana Moss go to Washington.
Yeah, no, that's just a Jet thing. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, listen, I would rather be a Jet than a Giants fan right now.
No, that's true. I mean, it is classic Jets thing. I mean, like they did bring in Tim Tebow for a year, thinking that was going to give Mark Sanchez some sort of competition. We all saw how that went. So,
my favorite thing is, listen, even Zac Mac's Lions with Motor City Dan Campbell, like that man is electricity as a human.
I love that. That dude says he takes 2 of those giant, like fucking 7-Eleven type cups of coffee, like 2 to 4 of them a day. He's like, I fill it up in the morning, I drink it, and I fill it up again in the afternoon.
Dude, I was watching like his press conferences today, and I was like, it gives me just listening to him talk gives me so much optimism, and I don't know why, because we're gonna go 4-13 or whatever.
Okay, actually, I looked at your record, and I was just kind of like fucking around. I was looking at the team's records the other night, and I was like, the Lions could easily go 10-7, and I would not be surprised, and they could have a couple Lions losses where it's like a game-winning field goal like dinks off the crossbar, and they could losses like that, and they could still go 10-7. Which is insane to me because their schedule is one of the easiest ones I've ever seen. And also, by the way, when they rank schedules, that's bullshit because basically you're banking off of last year, but like that's also saying like the Patriots are a hard team to play this year when basically they're gonna have Joe Judge as their play caller. Like, or Matt Patricia, the genius. And listen, Zach, you know Matt Patricia.
Fucking pencil in the
terrible.
McGee.
Oh my god! Or I mean, I could scar Grayson over here with just the name Wade Phillips.
Oh no!
Oh, what was it? 0-8 before Jason
soon.
Garrett took over.
Both.
The most
Still
Cowboys
too soon.
season of all time. They go 0-8 with Wade Phillips and 8-0 with Jason Garrett.
It's
It's
so
the most
good.
Cowboys season I've ever heard of. A buddy
Yeah.
of mine who listens to the show occasionally, shout out to Ryan, he literally one time texted me. I texted him, Jeb Bush is the Jason Garrett of politicians. Please clap. And I just said, and he looks at me and goes, Jared, I have a theory. The Dallas Cowboys can never go more than 500 for a 3-year stretch. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, because I said they can't go 500 every year because they've had these seasons where they win 12 games. He goes, yes, but within that 3-year stretch, they will lose 12 games. It makes no fucking sense, but they will find a way to lose 12 games. So in this case, 2020, when they had Ben DiNucci as their quarterback, they literally lost like what, 10, 13, 15 games, whatever it was. And this year they won like 12 or whatever, so it bounces out. It's the 500 theory. You can never go 3 years without the Dallas Cowboys being around 500. So this year, the Cowboys, I'm predicting, will go 9-8 or 8-9, whatever fits the 500 mark for them. That is my theory. It's going to happen this year. It's not even because Dallas is loaded on offense. It's because the Cowboys cannot, in a 3-year stretch, not go 500. It's impossible.
Let's just go with 8-8.
Keep it on the 9-8 side, boys.
And listen, 9-8 is fine when the Eagles go 11-6.
I like that.
9-8.
I had a shout out to our boy Maserati, Mr. Jeffrey. He's the one who does the song that comes in. He does their intro song. He's one of the members of the show. He said, "Oh, I'm taking the Giants overs for wins and the Cowboys under." I'm like, buddy, I love your optimism, but you're really smoking some shit right now. Like, I look at the Giants roster, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're releasing all the shit about how Saquon Barkley looks fucking amazing, and Kadarius Toney and the ghost of Kenny Galladay are putting up numbers, and I'm like, but it's still the Giants.
Well, the thing is, like, who doesn't look good in OTAs? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, I love those dudes who literally post on TikTok about the headlines. Oh, so-and-so looks elite. Like, he looks like a mismatch. Jalen Reagor looked like a Hall of Fame receiver last year in OTAs. We all know that win.
No.
Bro, he one-handed caught a ball over J.C. Jackson, mossed his ass, and then ran into the end zone. And I'm sitting there like, did we just unlock cheat code Jalen Reagor? What the fuck just happened? And then this man drops not one, but 2 game-winning touchdowns against the Giants, and I have to hear Samir and JD rip my ass apart for literally 2 hours about it on the podcast that Tuesday. I was irate. I wanted to freaking like go full-on Predator style at freaking Jalen Reagor after. I'm like, how do you drop 2 open touchdowns?
You know how many OTAs I've heard that Sam Darnold looked elite? Like, I don't want to hear it.
Everyone looks elite when you're throwing at pads.
Just the thing with the Giants is like, I really like
All-Americans.
I really like Wan'Dale Moore, but it just you already know that between Sterling Shepard, Saquon Barkley, somebody on that offensive line, and Kenny Galladay, somebody is going to be hurt, if not multiple of them.
Instantly named Kenny Galladay.
Dude, it's a guarantee. This guy at least is going to be out by week 6.
The craziest thing to me with Kenny Galladay is that he always had concerns, even when he played for Zac Mac's Lions, right? Always had injury concerns. So my biggest thing is, when the Giants gave him literally half a Brinks truck to come play for them, like, what did they think was going to happen? And they then they try to convince everyone that Kadarius Toney was the steal of the draft, when he clearly wasn't. He played 1 good game. That's because he played against Trayvon Diggs, who can't cover a shadow, much less another player. He just literally puts the opposing quarterback in a trance to throw at him at least once. And he's a good – honestly, Trayvon Diggs should just play fucking receiver. He'd be disgusting at it because he's great at getting into open space and running, and he's great at catching the ball. He just can't cover shit. I think he gave up over 1,000 yards combined against, and I'm like, that's just insane for a Pro Bowl cornerback. But listen, I'm being real. Like, the crazy thing is, like, listen, Trayvon Diggs is an elite playmaker, but he also should just play nothing but zone coverage. That is my theory. I think if the Cowboys ran nothing but zone, Trayvon Diggs would be an all-pro, like Darrelle Revis-like corner. Mm-hmm. Like, he'd be like Josh Norman in Carolina, where it's just like, you can't throw that side of the field. But the problem is, I watched Kendrick Bourne on back-to-back plays give up a pick 6, runs the same exact damn route, and cooks him like a bad chicken. I was like, I watched him shake him at the top of the route, same move, catch the ball in the same spot, and house it. I'm like that's Kendrick Bourne. That's not even like that's like Jeremy. That's like freaking like Devontae Adams. This is just like a mid-level B guy.
Yeah, this is wide receiver 4 right now.
Oh my god, it's whatever. I mean, listen, guys, we haven't even. I love this. We ate up 20 minutes already. We haven't even talked a single fucking topic on our topic list today.
Who's better, Trayvon Diggs or his son? I don't know if you ever seen those sound bites.
Oh my god, they're hysterical. With him and Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he's the best little kid ever.
I mean, him and Deuce Tatum are pretty close tie.
He was in the stands and he's telling everybody, he's like, "That's my dad. My dad's Trayvon," and he's all excited. He's like, "Oh, go get it, Trayvon." I'm like, "Oh, that's cute."
I love it. Oh my god. All right, so we gotta talk about this. Before we get started with our topics, we got to talk about our amazing sponsor. Y'all love sunglasses like these or these. I don't know, whatever. Listen, these are Jared-proof sunglasses. And anybody who knows me knows I beat the shit out of everything, man. I do. Okay, and these things I left these ones in my work truck for 2 months, just wore them to work every day. A couple little nicks and bumps on the sides, but they're still intact. I can still wear them to the beach tomorrow, and they're still bulletproof. YeatsOfficial.com, promo code Korner Booth for 10% off. Just great sunglasses, great style. I think they're up to 30-something styles now. I literally got a text from one of our boys, Angela Duke. Shout out, Divots and Pivots podcast. Always a regular on the show. He actually won our contest when they did our giveaway at Christmas. And basically, he ran into a guy with the same ones. You see them all the time. It is the perfect alternative to, spending $180 on a pair of Pit Vipers that are basically cheap shit. These are made in America. They are shipped out. You get these things in within 6 days. I think they're made in America. Don't quote me on that. Literally, I got a letter. It was handwritten by the owner of Yeats. She sent them to me literally in 8. I got them in 6 days from Florida. I ordered them drunk off my ass in the middle of one of Mike's rants during a Belly Up executive meeting. Zach knows exactly what I'm talking about. Our boss, Mike, once he gets rolling, it's just you just let him go. Just let him do his thing because you're not stopping him. Shout out to Mike Brown. Love him. Great guy. Anyway, yeah, YeatsOfficial.com, promo code Korner Booth, 10% off. They're our oldest and longest running sponsor. We love them dearly. They always do good by us. And listen, it's the best giveaway gift. Or if I still owe Frank Michael Smith a pair of shades. I just haven't told him which one he wants yet. All right, we got a ton of content to talk about today. First off, we gotta respond to Jason to make sure he knows he's coming out at at 7:30. All right, first off on the topic list, Javon Kinlaw. Anybody doesn't know that name? Defensive tackle for the 49ers, a large mammoth of a man. In the news today, Matt, what do you got for me on this?
It's different for sure with the context of the whole thing. So I'm right into work today this morning. I'm trying to think of what are some topics that are coming out today? What can we talk about? And I hear on the radio they're talking about Javon Kinlaw. And all I hear is a soundbite of him saying, "Your nuts is smaller than mine. Put respect on my name." And I turn that thing up. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Can we get that framed somewhere on the wall back there?
Yeah. So there's some guy named Grant Cohn, who I think that's how you say his last name, who apparently is some sort of writer for Sports Illustrated. If you look at his Twitter, it says he's quality control for San Francisco 49ers. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. So he's apparently a writer for Sports Illustrated, and he covers the Niners for them. So apparently he's been pretty critical of the Niners' decision in drafting Kinlaw when he was a rookie. Kinlaw, who spent most of last year on the bench of the torn ACL, I guess he said things like, they shouldn't have taken him. They should have taken Wirfs over him. That Javon Kinlaw's got an 80-year-old knee. He's terrible, 2-down player. Unprofessional, mature. Apparently he's just attacked his playing ability, his character, and everything like that. Probably more to it. So Kinlaw just, I guess, had enough and just started going off on him about things like saying that he's a low-life kind of guy that they let in the building, that he would rather antagonize and provoke players into hitting him and doing all this and that, calling him just everything in the book. Apparently there was some sort of thing where they were in person with each other and Kinlaw knocked his hat off his head. He was pissed. And I guess the guy was like, oh, the only thing running through my mind was if he hit me, I'd be retired for life. I'm set for life. He's got all, not even just Kinlaw. There you got Eric Armstead, you got George Kittle, you got Deebo Samuel, and you got Raheem Mostert coming out in defense of Kinlaw saying, this is the type of guy we let in our building, somebody who threatens to sue for, retirement, be a multimillionaire if this guy were to deck him. That's all he's thinking about in his mind when he's talking to this guy. They all hate him. Deebo's I blocked him years ago. So Kinlaw starts off by saying, stop playing with me. I'm not one of your friends. You don't know me. I'm a human being. Treat me like one. I got kids to raise. Stop playing with my name. And Cohen's trying to defend himself. And all of a sudden, Kinlaw just goes, bro, put some respect on my name. My nuts is bigger than yours, bro. My balls is bigger than yours. Put respect on my name. He's like, I came up to you and your body temperature froze up. He's like, oh, you think I'm scared of you? He's like, I don't care if you're scared of me or not, but I know your body temperature got cool as fuck when I came up to you. And you go on Twitter or whatever you want to do. You type in Javon Kinlaw, Grant Cohn. You'll see that video. He just goes off. I lost it when he said his balls are bigger than his. You need to put some respect on my name. So Cohn tries to come out and say like, oh, that comment about me wanting him to hit me so I can be a millionaire and retire was just a joke. I was trying to make light of the situation. We all know damn well that's no damn joke.
Oh no, no joke.
We know that he was saying that shit like as that's what he meant. That's what he felt like. There was no joke. He's just got all these players I'm looking at coming out in defense of Kinlaw, just bashing Cohn. Nobody likes him apparently. They're all telling him that Sports Illustrated needs to let him go.
Yo, so even if like a guy like George Kittle, who doesn't hate anybody, says that shit, you got a fucking problem. That's the This was the biggest thing when I read the story. Was that you got George Kittle, who basically is a wrestler as a football player who doesn't hate anybody, saying you're like defending his boy and telling you that you're like basically scum. That should tell you something right now. Also, let's just be honest. SI hasn't been making the smartest decisions lately.
But the thing is, too, is Kittle, Solomon Thomas, Raheem Mostert, Deebo Samuel, Eric Armstead. You got like 5 or 6 Niners who he covers that team. You got 5 or 6 Niners that are coming out saying like this guy is terrible, like he is not a good person. That's like, 5 or 6 guys is a pretty good amount of people to come out and be like, yeah, this one dude, this is what he does to all of us. And so I'm sure the story has some more elaborate things in the back. Like I heard Cohn was making remarks towards Kinlaw because he was like, he's a training room guy because he spends a lot of time injured. So he obviously just he seems like the guy that was not a fan of the draft pick and just can't let it go and has to be like, I'm right. So like, let me just like bash you for as long as I can. And seems like Kinlaw just had enough of that. So I don't really blame him. I don't really know what the Niners are going to do with that, with his response, because their videos are out there. But I don't know. So far, it looks like Javon Kinlaw 1, Grant Cohn 0.
Listen, I'm just saying this straight up with Javon Kinlaw. Okay, so I saw this man in his living room next to his family and friends on the 2020 draft, and I'm like, that is a monster of a man. That's who you're going to replace Teron Armstead? Okay. I mean, DeForest Buckner? Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to run on the Niners D-line ever. Dude's had some bad luck with injuries. Like, shit, that sucks. But, like, what cracks me up about all of this is that everyone, like, the fact that this dude tried to double down and act like he wasn't a complete scumbag for what he said.
Yeah.
And, also just the video. It makes it even better that Kinlaw is clearly the one who's, like, not at fault here. And his response video is hysterical. It just makes this even better. It's like... Like the thing is, if Kinlaw was at fault and this was the video, it'd be kind of sad but funny. This is just awesome and funny. I love it.
I think I respect the fact more that he was able to get all that out, and you can definitely tell this man had a massive lip packed on his lower lip. I don't know if you saw that part, but he was like this.
No, he was packing at least a half a hammer, if not more.
Yeah,
like that was at least a half a 10 in his mouth.
He still got all of that out there, didn't choke on nothing.
Like that is, I love it.
Nah, I just like the fact that he tried to play victim, even though he knew that listen, you attack a man's integrity enough, doesn't matter if you're an athlete or not, like we're gonna get some backlash on that, and that's what he got.
I love it. Oh my God. My favorite thing about I'll let Grayson and Zach go into your opinion on this, obviously, but my favorite thing about all of this is the fact that it's just like it's been a quiet week, and this is the story we're getting to lead off the show because it's just an NFL player who honestly I haven't really heard much about since he got drafted. And now you got some douchebag writer from SI who's just acting like a dickhead. And let's be honest, Sports Illustrated hasn't been relevant to me since I canceled my subscription when I was a sophomore in high school. Like even their swimsuit issues kind of been like meh. Since.
I was gonna say, bro, dude, don't you miss the swimsuit issues?
Listen, the one that had Bar Raffaele or Brooklyn Decker on the cover were like goat shit. But then, like after that, I just started going. All right, Zach, what you thinking?
Dude, this is why okay. Obviously, this guy's being a dickhead, right? And he's just probably trying to get some clout and wants his name out there. And sounds like he's doing somewhat of a decent job of that, even though he's being an asshole. But like, this is why I would, as an athlete, just never pay attention to the media. Like, this would be like if I came home from my job and just started reading what people thought about me doing my job. Like, you're only gonna like, it's gonna piss you off, and like, and I'm not trying to like defend the guy. Obviously, he's being an asshole, and if so many people think that he's an asshole and don't even think that he should be around the facility, then he's probably got something wrong with him. But like, just don't read that shit. You know, that's my opinion. Nobody gives a shit what this guy thinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of both guys got to grow up here. Physical intimidation is the final frontier. Kinlaw's a
final frontier.
Kinlaw is a refrigerator of a human being. There's no question that, you know, he would crush Cohen in the palms of his hand. But, you know, Cohen has been known to be a troll in the past. I was reading some stuff about it earlier, and I guess Kinlaw had enough, and it got physical and in person. So it's hard to tell which guy is in the wrong, which guy's in the right here. But I definitely think Kinlaw could have handled it more professionally. You know, as an athlete, cameras are on you 24/7, so you kind of have to carry yourself in a different manner and handle things privately, or kind of just let them slide off, not pay attention to the media like Zach was saying. But definitely Kinlaw, Cohen is being a dick here. Definitely trolling Kinlaw to the maximum, it sounds like.
What corrects me about all this is that when you look at this whole situation, it's like the most, like, it's like such a prototypical, like, weaselly little sports writer, as we are sports media members ourselves, is talking shit with like a monster of a man. Okay, it's not even like it's like an NFL cornerback, like that dude who like slapbox the flight attendant in the airport this week. We're talking about Javon Kinlaw, who, if Grayson, who was a D1 linebacker, myself, a very large man in my own right, stood next to this guy, we would shrink next to him. Kinlaw's like, what, 6'5", 350 pounds, and he runs like a deer. It's just, or at least 320. Big human being. And the fact of the matter is that his fear of all this is hysterical. And joining us now, looking dapper as hell. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on, man?
Holy smokes, this kid's looking clean.
Yeah, I was just speaking with a couple GMs, making some moves. Now, I actually won't say.
Okay, rap sheet.
I am rap sheet right now. I actually won't say where I was, but I will say this: when I die, you guys better just throw a big party. That's all I want. Just a massive party, and you guys, everyone.
Rager, we're throwing 3 kegs at least.
Yeah, everyone gets fucked up. Like I want. I'll make a big playlist, you know, when I feel like it's coming, you know.
Yeah.
I'll make a big playlist, maybe 4 or 5 hours long, and then I'll send it to you, Jared, and you're gonna be nobody else changes. There's no other song that gets played.
I am a master of ceremonies. There will be nothing but great beer and Sprite cranberries on tap at Samir's.
Oh, it's great.
What are these vibes, Samir? I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so Zach, we don't have to fucking say it. If you literally are not picking up what he's trying to tell you where he was, you're an idiot. All right. Also, hi Beth. Thanks for stopping in. Also, yes, 3 kegs. No, that was an example, Beth. We were gonna have more than 3 kegs.
Oh, definitely.
3 kegs was just for me and the Korner Booth crew. For everyone else, we're gonna have at least another half a truck of beer.
Yeah, I would say probably about that.
With that playlist, you gotta
I come from a Polish Nordic family, man. Booth flowing at anything that's celebrating death.
That
playlist, that's nice,
you gotta
man.
throw a little. Sorry,
but anyway, sorry to hijack.
You're half Polish, buddy.
Yeah, I'm half Polish.
Yeah, you're half Polish. You know what it's like. Listen, us Northern Europeans, man, we throw down when somebody dies. It's a celebration, not mourning.
Hey, you're right, man. That's how it should be, man. That's why I like how I like how the Jews do it, man. They just eat. They eat a bunch. They hang out. It's awesome, man.
Wait, this is a thing? Beer keg trucks are a thing?
I didn't know that.
Oh my god. I'm picturing right now one of those like 16-wheeler, 18-wheelers backing up. It's a tanker just filled with I don't know, Coors Banquet, or Budweiser or something.
Yes,
that sounds
Coors
amazing.
Banquet. Yeah, that's the stuff right there.
Oh my God, yes. Oh Lordy! All right. So Samir, we're just talking about Javon Kinlaw and this nerdy reporter, and Grayson compared physical violence to the Last Frontier, and in honesty, he's right though, because if Kinlaw does put a finger on this dude, he's going through a wall.
I mean, yeah, but
I love it.
I mean, that video was awesome. I mean, the guy being like, "What did I say? What was it that I said?"
Yeah,
I mean, the guy
it's
was
like every joke from every like high school movie where the jock gets picked, like the nerd writes something about the jock in the school paper, and it's like, oh, I'm adapting this. And it's not even like we're like in that case like the jock's a villain. Kinlaw's just sitting there doing his thing, and this dude is still like, listen, I still hate the fact that we did not draft Justin Jefferson or Chase Claypool at 21. We took Jalen fucking Reagor. You don't see me getting mad about it. We just went out and got his replacement the next damn year.
Hey, man. Well, if Jalen Reagor was on the pod, I'm sure you'd have a few things to say to him.
Yeah, dude, stop changing your fucking Twitter handle. Nobody cares.
Okay, and not to go back to this, but not to like harp on this because these are always in the news headlines. But the whole deleting your Instagram thing, like, come on, guys, or like deleting all the posts off your Instagram. I just said it because Jason Dominguez is one of the Yankees prospects. He got pulled from our single A game yesterday. Deleted all of his Instagram posts, and everyone's like, "What the hell does this mean?"
I've heard nothing but from my boys over at Just Baseball. I'm trying to get them on the show. They're the funnest dudes to play. If you love baseball, by the way, check them out. I'll throw a free plug to them. But Jason Dominguez, Samir, I gotta ask you as a Yankees fan. This man was touted like the next fucking A-Rod, and he's not doing shit in the minors.
He's still good. I mean, he's also still in single A. I think what happened yesterday, they pulled him because I think they're going to call him up to double A. At the end of the day, he's still 19 and he's a freak. Like, I'm not freaking out about his production or whatever. The guy, when a video comes out of him hitting a nuke, it's a nuke. And I think, he still has that kind of talent to go into the majors. But I'm fine giving him some time. Like, Adley Rutschman, is 24? They just called him up, number one prospect. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I'm not. It's like we all expect like Juan Soto, but Juan Soto's only Juan Soto. He's getting called up when he's 21 or whatever.
I mean, Aaron Judge is about to be a free agent for the first time in his career, and he's like 30, 31. Like, he came up at 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, he also played, 4 years at Fresno State?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, like, I look at, like, there's so Alec Thomas, the Diamondbacks, like, all-world outfield prospect. This kid got called up at 20. And, like, I think he turns 21 next week or whatever. Kid's already got 3 dingers. I'm like, fuck yeah. He's played 20 games.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That's a home run a week, baby. And the fact that dude's got wheels and he can throw, like, I'm good with it. But listen, that's what I love about baseball, because, like, sometimes it's not the top prospects that end up being, like, elite. It's, like, these ones you don't expect, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get the Bryce Harpers, the A-Rods, these guys who are just, like, all – also, Mike Trout, by the way – his prospect profile when he was a rookie was terrible.
Yeah.
Tell you something right there. Best guy in baseball.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw that since they've started ranking prospects like MLB America or whatever, Baseball America, since 1990 they started, there's only been 5 number 1 overall prospects that have gotten MVP, which I guess is a fair number, but it tells you that these number 1 prospects, it's never a sure bet.
Yeah. All right, so Samir, you want to talk a little football, because we got way more topics. I know we want to talk about baseball as well, but I don't want to put everyone to sleep, because listen, as much as we all love baseball, we can go back to it. Quick news though, you guys did inform me this. Matt Carpenter, who I thought was retired for years, signed with the Yankees today. I didn't even know Matt Carpenter was still alive.
I love that guy back in the day, man.
Oh yeah, he was broken in MLB 2K.
And he was just fun, too.
Oh, he was a great hitter. All right, so.
Keyword was back in the day. Now he's 36.
Yo, MLB 2K12 came out as a senior in high school.
That game is legendary. Can we talk about that game and also how it had Take a Walk by Passion Pit on it? And that song just gives me nostalgia now.
My favorite was NCAA 05. They had, I can't remember the name of the song right now. It's killing me right now. That was the one with Reggie Bush on the cover. Was that 07? 05 had Desmond. Who's the guy? What's the guy's last name? Desmond from College Game Day. What's his fucking name?
I don't know, man.
Played for the Packers, Michigan. Famous Heisman pose.
Howard.
Desmond Howard. Thank
there
you.
there
My
you
brain
go.
was like
the
farting. I
one.
couldn't figure it out. Oh my god. But yeah, no. Then I love that game. I still have it for my PS2. But like NCAA 06 or 07, whatever one was Reggie Bush, had the song by Silverstein or something like that. It's such a weird song, right? Oh, smile when smile in your sleep. Yeah, it's like the most heavy duty, and it was also in MVP baseball, NCAA college baseball. My favorite. Love that shit. Samir, should I rock this cowboy hat to the house party I gotta go to tomorrow?
Affirmative. Like
Affirmative?
1,000%, man. Like,
I don't
come
know.
on.
Let's hear from the Texan himself. Grace, what do you think? Cowboy hat to the house tomorrow?
Absolutely. Cowboy hat always.
Should I just pack about 3 or 4 of these in my mouth and just complete the look?
Yeah, and
throw a 10 in.
when you walk in, you gotta be. Yeah, you definitely gotta have a fat lip pack there, and you gotta go lowest voice possible, and you go up to the first lady, ma'am. That's what you gotta do.
The problem is like one of my friends, she's bringing 2 of her coworkers that she wants to set up with me. She figures one of them is gonna like me. That's her strategy. She says,
Fair
"Fuck,
enough.
let's throw both at him, see what happens." So I'm like, I can't. She says, "Just don't act like a dickhead." I'm like, "When do I ever?" And as she rolls her eyes, that's what it's like being friends with you guys. I swear. All right, Colin Kaepernick. Changing the subject here because I don't have nobody gave me a good transition layup this week. Kaepernick worked out for the Raiders in the last 24 hours.
And they liked him.
Apparently
Is what I hear.
apparently the workout went great. Apparently it's okay. Mark Davis said he's willing to give Colin a job. I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, I'm all for Kaepernick getting the job in the NFL. If he is willing to take a backup cut and be a backup, fine. Shit, sign him to the freaking Texans, the Dolphins, because Tua's going to get hurt by week 2. Just give him to the Lions because we don't know if Jared Goff's that dude. Give him to the Bears because Justin Fields might be dead by week 4. Give him to the Giants because Daniel Jones might get benched by week 5. Like,
Hey,
shit.
yo, okay, come on now.
Hey, listen, Brian Daboll ain't Joe Judge. Joe Judge is literally a meathead. He's like a miniature Dan Campbell, but like Dan Campbell knows his role. Joe Judge thinks he's a genius because he coached under Belichick.
I don't know what that has to do with Daniel Jones, though.
Because he drafted Daniel Jones.
Well, he didn't draft Daniel Jones. We all know who drafted Daniel Jones.
That
That old freak.
My favorite GM in NFL history, Dave Gettleman.
Jesus Christ, man. He got one Super Bowl team and everyone was on his ass for years and years. One fluke Super Bowl team that got smacked in the Super Bowl, lest we forget.
No, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If Cam Newton manned up and dove on that fumble, we have a whole different conversation because they probably saved that drive.
Still, they would have lost. Let's
be honest. That offense was inept. They just needed one touchdown out of Greg Olsen or Kelvin Benjamin, and that's like,
Kelvin, the big boy.
Listen, he may have been one Big Mac away from a tight end, but listen, he was a damn good big ball receiver.
Remember when the Giants worked him out as a tight end literally last summer?
Then he quit because he thought Joe Judge was a dick.
Oh, that was something. I don't remember. It was either him or no. There was some other guys, right?
It was an offensive lineman. It was a really good one too, but he was old.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love the offseason, right? Because I love like all the weird topics we get. We're gonna talk basketball. We're gonna talk that one weird sport with skates that Zac Mac's an expert on. Because the Florida Panthers got stamped by the fucking Lightning. Zac Mac's girlfriend's team. Wait, Zach, is that your team you root for, or are you a Red Wings guy overall?
I'm Red Wings first, but Bolts second. How did you know my girlfriend was a Bolts
You
fan?
told me about this.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were baked out of your fucking mind when you texted me about this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. See, I have text message exchanges with Zac Mac every Wednesday when I ask if he can come on my show because he's one of my favorite instigators to have. He's Kevin without the anger issues.
I like that.
Of course you do, because Kevin got you so mad you almost quit the podcast.
Kevin has been he's been super active against, not to bring any politics in this, but he's really been on a scorching hellstorm against Ted Cruz on Twitter recently.
Well, that's because him and Ted Cruz are possibly related.
Yeah, you know what? Not to bring it up. It's not so far-fetched.
I didn't say anything. You didn't hear this from me.
But
He's
to go
gonna
back
fucking
to the,
shoot me now.
to go back to the cap thing, I really think for the Raiders it's a great, like, they lost Mariota, and you know what quarterback kind of has that Mariota type build? It's Kaepernick, man. He really fits that mold for their backup, and I think it's a good move if they bring him on, and if he's willing to be a backup, which I think at this point I think he should be, ? I don't know.
I mean, listen, like, okay, so I'll base it. Let's say Derek Carr gets his bell rung, okay? Like, you have like 12 good pass rushers in that division. Let's say he gets his bell rung. They call in Kaepernick, walks in for about five, maybe 3-4 drives, throws a touchdown or two. Oh my God, dude plays himself into a contract here. If he can learn to be a pocket passer with that arm strength he has, okay, good. Dude, seriously, I'm all for him getting a job if he's willing to take the money he's given. Why I got pissed when everyone was like, oh, they're not giving Kaepernick a fair shot. I'm like, dude, he's not the 32nd best quarterback in the league right now, and he's demanding top 10 salary. That was my issue. If he just said, yeah, fuck it, I'll take a backup job and a backup salary to earn my keep because Nike's paying me like $20 million a year, fuck it. Good. Go get him. Give him a job. I don't give a fuck what your political ideology is. If you are willing to put the work in and be a good quarterback and be a good teammate, fucking play. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely. I guess the ultimate question is if new head coach Josh McDaniels can see winning a game with Jarrett Stidham if Derek Carr goes down.
We all know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We had to deal with Kevin's love of Jarrett Stidham for about what, Samir? Half a semester?
My man was literally playing career mode with Jarrett Stidham, just being like, I threw 56 touchdowns, man.
He literally made a Madden franchise where Jarrett Stidham was like all world, and it was just hysterical.
I mean, the guy threw an interception to Jamal Adams, who's probably the worst coverage safety in the league.
Jamal Adams is just an outside linebacker. We just like put that to rest. He's just an outside linebacker. He had like honestly, and like I know I was shitting on Grayson's boy Trevon Diggs before, but like I think I would trust Trevon Diggs more to cover somebody man on man than with Jamal Adams.
I mean, yeah, he'll go get you a turnover. I mean, Jamal Adams. Sure. I mean, he might be an outside linebacker, but at the very least, he's an outside linebacker with a tad bit of spice, and that's why he cost 3 first-round picks.
Jesus, listen, let's just be honest. I think John Schneider. I think after they won the Super Bowl, may have gotten hit in the head too hard during like the partying, because the Seahawks, besides drafting DK in the 3rd round, have just made moves that like it basically like make my mind do in and out and backflips.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on over there. I mean, they're saying what's it called?
Geno Smith.
Oh, the big
Geno is the leader to start.
Oh my God, you're serious?
Apparently, out of OTAs right now, I mean, this is bullshit because Drew Lock could show up to minicamp and start slicing defenses once he figures out the playbook. Geno's been there for 3 years. As of right now, Geno has a head-to-head lead because Geno knows the playbook and Geno's been more efficient. Drew Lock is a much better player, but Drew Lock doesn't know jack shit about that playbook. I'm telling you right now, if you're not a football fan and you don't get a little bit excited when you see Drew Lock just launch a bomb and DK just run underneath it and just keep running, like, come on, that's just adrenaline right there. Like,
you know what I think? Fire up the Drew Brees train, man. Get him out of the house.
Oh, you mean the wet noodle brigade?
No, he hates doing dishes. He hates his kids. He wants to get out of there, man.
You can't Tom Brady your way out of this, Drew.
My man literally announced he was coming back and probably got only one offer from the Seahawks and went, shit, fuck this.
We talked about this on the show. We did. It was me, you, and Grayson. I remember this because we were like, is anybody actually going to pick this motherfucker up?
No. Because also think about how the Seahawks are literally the worst fit for him. Because you have Lockett and DK, who both need deep balls, which Drew Brees definitely can't do right now.
I think I made this joke 3 years ago on the Vineyard talking to Kevin. I said, listen, dude, I think I have more arm strength than Drew Brees right now. And he goes, how do you figure? I'm like, well, longest ball he threw last year was 48 yards in the air. He goes, what can you throw? I'm like, I think the longest ball I threw was like 58, 60. And he goes, all right, possibly.
Which is pretty
I
impressive.
didn't say it was accurate. I just said I could do it.
No, he would also be going to a team with a terrible offensive line and a terrible defense. He's not going to win much right over there.
No, you know what he wanted? He wanted to try to throw a temper tantrum and see if somebody would give him a broadcasting job.
Like a 10-year, $300-something million deal like Tom Brady, probably.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. I mean, like, the problem is with Drew Brees, is it really, I can't believe we're talking about this for a second straight fucking week, is that just, like, he wasn't good when he did a pro sports broadcast because he was also being, like, and Beth, as many as I need to get me through to Memorial Day.
Oh, baby. You guys got any, no, go ahead. Sorry, man.
Well, no, Samir, so far I've had a Coors Banquet, I've had a triple Dubious, triple IPA, and a Miller High Life because I'm living the high life. And then
You're living the high life. Yeah, I mean,
I also have a old reliable in the holster, so I'm good.
I can respect the fact that you're trying to drink your way into the weekend that all you're gonna do is drink.
Well, here's the problem. It's like I have one more shift tomorrow, and then I have a house party, so I'm trying to get myself warmed up first.
Smart.
Well, it's like, listen, like, here's my kicker, right? So I found out for at least for myself, I am one of those guys. If I drink alkaline water at like a big amount of alkaline water and like some protein, I'm good, man. Just give me like literally some chicken and a fucking alkaline water. I'll knock out a hangover in a half hour. It ain't an issue to me. That shit's like magic. It's like voodoo. So to me, like, I know I gotta be in halfway across the state tomorrow to do a bullshit contract till 2:00. Get home, try to bang out a quick workout. Go pick up more car parts because God forbid my Honda doesn't break down for the 15th fucking time. But I'm gonna say this though. Like, listen, Memorial Day weekend has already started. All right, like, I'm packing another lip. I've got beer. The family's already grilling. I'm good, man. All I need is a couple cigars and I'm straight.
Damn, you really are living the high life, man.
Dude, listen, I'm enjoying this is the first Memorial Day weekend where I actually have like a packed weekend. I was talking to my buddy today at the gym, actually, and my dad also. I said, listen, I have 2 parties, at least 1 round of golf, car repairs, which I'm like dreading, and I think I have something else on Sunday. I can't remember, but seriously, I'm living this. I'm loving it. So, all right,
dude, I literally am working on Saturday morning.
That sucks.
7 a.m., baby.
All right, we got about 7 minutes before our guest of honor shows up, so we're going to bang out some topics. Hockey talk. So, Zac Mac, you got about 1:20. Florida Panthers got stamped by the Lightning, and they were missing their second best player.
Yeah, man, that President's Trophy over the last few years, you don't want to win that because, those teams have no success.
Who won it last year?
Who won it? I want to say it was Colorado. I could be wrong.
It was Colorado because I remember like they were AJ Hawk's brother-in-law plays for them. Dude lost his shit when they lost. So it was.
Yeah.
I think I feel like it's like having the best record in baseball. You're almost guaranteed to not make the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Seattle Mariners.
Yeah. 0-1 Mariners. Let's go.
0-1 Mariners, baby. Got like swept in the first round.
Also, can we talk about how the Mariners are dead last behind Oakland, who traded away all their good players over the offseason? Meanwhile, Mariners went all in, brought up Julio Rodriguez, got Winker, got Robbie Ray, got everybody.
Bring Robbie Ray back to Arizona. I'm starting a petition now.
Robbie Ray, Zach Gallen, 1-for-1. Who says no?
No. Stop. Dude, we're not trading one Cy Young guy for another, okay? We'll give you Madison Bumgarner.
I mean, you could get a Cy Young guy that doesn't cheat on his wife for a Cy Young guy that does cheat on his wife, or vice versa.
Zach, I want literally Zach. I want Zach. What is it? Zach Davies. I want him to just jump off a cliff head first, or at least pitching arm first. Like, dude, just you
pitching arm first.
Like, I have never seen a man. Oh, this is actually a good stat by the way about the President's Trophy. Only 8 teams since the mid-80s, the Predators have made the Stanley Cup the same season. Wow.
That's more than I expected, to be honest.
That's crazy. Shout out to our girl Beth from Woo Hockey, by the way. Love the podcast. I only since Puck Pass folded because KJ's a little bitch. Zach, my favorite hockey correspondent is on the show right now, and we've talked about all 30 seconds of hockey, and Samir hijacked it for baseball.
I'm sorry. Let's get back to the hockey. Listen,
It's
the
all right.
Islanders stink, man. That's all I have
Now
to
listen,
say.
fuck the Rangers, go Hurricanes, the former Hartford Whalers.
I was gonna say, how you feel about your Penguins blowing a 3-1 series lead?
We had no fucking goaltending, okay? I got in an argument with this chick on Bumble about it, who's a Rangers fan, and I literally said to her, I'm like, listen, sweetheart, I appreciate your Rangers fandom, but here's the issue. The Penguins had basically me and Zac Mac in goal, and we had a 3-1 lead in you fuckers. So kiss my ass.
So I'm assuming there's not going to be a date.
And
after
this
that.
man is joining us early, puffing a goddamn cigar.
Oh my god.
Hey! I'm backstage. I was waiting for an introduction and shit. Come on, bro.
Listen, okay, so all right, fine. We'll do this again. Hold on.
Yeah, kick him out.
I JD'd his ass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a leader of what I describe as a 3-ring circus of a show, because not only is it full of entertainment, it's full of some clowns with some of the most wild takes I've ever heard, and some great Eagles fans shots of Mrs. Cooper and my man Flanders, Bird Nation all day. This man is one of the most entertaining personalities of Belly Up Sports. He is honestly one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And honestly, I'm not kidding. The first message I saw from this motherfucker had 15 cusses in it. I knew this guy was going to be my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Jace Cooper, commissioner of TSS, Total Shit Show Fantasy. Here we go!
That's the kind of introduction I'm talking about. Listen, mister, please. We got a table for what, 6? I'll take the corner booth. I appreciate being in your dojo, my brother. Thank you very
that
much.
was smooth. That was
Nice.
Southern accent
so
intro. I
smooth.
love
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Hey, I worked on that in the shower. Come on, give me a little credit.
Listen, I was worried about how I was going to yell at Zac Mac for a take he had, but honestly, he's been pretty good today. Oh my god, man, Commish, last time we had you on, you were rocking an elf costume, and I bombarded you with college football picks that even I didn't know shit about. Listen, I also learned that day, never give Kevin the reins to the show because it's going to anarchy country real fast.
Yeah, you guys threw me for a loop there because I mean, honestly, like I told you, like I was telling you off air that I got 4 kids, wifey's a lawyer. I got one motherfucking day to watch sports, and I chose Sunday, and that's my wheelhouse right there.
Yes,
so I do know a little bit of the college stuff, but my wheelhouse, of course, is the NFL and fantasy football, of course. So, and I'm getting excited, especially because America's team, the Miami motherfucking Dolphins, are back in that ass this year. Finally got some shit to talk. Woo!
Wait, okay, so when did it skip from the Dallas Cowboys to the Buffalo Bills, the real America's team? Because nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, right, Samir?
He's right.
God bless.
Okay, so I'll explain this real quick. All right, on my show, that's what they're called, period. However, if you would take a poll of, let's say, maybe talk about 100 people, ask them which cities they'd like to go to. We're talking about NFL cities. They're all going to tell you it's Miami, Florida. That's why they are America's team, and they just have to get good. That's all. At some point when they're good, we'll get a fan base.
Mr. Cooper, you will say
you raise a good point.
We both love the same college football team, obviously.
All day.
And listen, I tried to get a job at the damn college. I was like, I'm like trying to move down to Florida. I love that area. But here's the deal, man. I do appreciate the Miami Dolphins, but y'all got to prove to me Tua can do it.
Yeah, it's fair, but the argument that that I've heard, the arm strength, blah 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 blah. Listen, you could flick the ball out to Tyreek Hill. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't need arm strength to make shit happen with Tyreek Hill.
To me, it's all up here with him. That's all I care about.
For sure. And hey, why not? You had a coach question you. You're coming in, and it's just all kind of doubts. And let's not forget, thankfully I have a doctor on my show. So we went through the Tua's injury and basically how it was like a car crash the kid went through. Remember, it was COVID, so he had no fucking preseason. How do you think the guy's going to play when he comes out? Of course he's going to play timid, and that's what you could see. I mean, I got 6 seats. I go to every damn game, and you could see who's playing timid. I mean, I'd be playing timid. It makes sense. And then plus, like I said, the question of does Tua, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? We heard all the stuff that Flores put in his head. So let's see. You're right. I agree. Listen, it's not just Tua. It's the Dolphins. If you're a Dolphins fan, you already know what's up. Don't get too excited yet. I'm just talking shit because I'm on the show. But we know, don't get too excited. We know the ultimate letdown is always around the corner.
I feel that.
I will say, so me and Matt and Grayson, we did our show last week, and I had a bold prediction. I said the Patriots will finish in last place in the AFC East. And I said to the guys, I said, tell me why I'm wrong. The Dolphins, even if Tua is only at what he was last year, with Waddle, Mike Gesicki, that stable of horses in the running back core, and Tyreek Hill, why can't they light up a team and go at least 10-7? Then you have the Jets, who are my surprise 9-8 team this year, because honestly, Zach Wilson and the boys have a loaded offense. You give me Breece Hall and Michael Carter, who both in the last 3 years out of college football just are those guys who just lean forward and get you 5-6 yards. They lean. I mean, watching Breece Hall, I was like, oh my God, this dude is basically just a wrecking ball with speed. Michael Carter was part of one of the best backfield tandems we'd seen in the last 20 years at North Carolina. So even if Zach Wilson is just a glorified Disney Channel movie villain, it's still a decent team with Big Bob Bad Saleh at the helm. Honestly, Bill Belichick has Matt Patricia or Joe Judge calling plays. I have zero faith in the New England Patriots. I will probably be proved wrong, but until that fact, I will dance on their grave like I did back in 2018 when we won the Super Bowl.
Well, I have to say, I pray that you're correct because we all are. I mean, I would think everyone's sick of seeing the Patriots. The Jets definitely improved. I mean, there's no doubt that they're an improved team. Obviously, I love Miami, and we talk about the Bills. We already know what the Bills are. So yeah, you're not wrong. Excuse me, in your statement. Although I'll just have to say, I just wanted to bring this out too. It looks like you got a New York Jets jersey on there. Is that Big Wisp?
That is, and this is a big Zach Wilson jersey on.
Nice. All right, so I don't want to bring this up so you can enter as well. On TSS, we're going to have a contest, and we're going to introduce it in the summer. We did this last year, so it would be if you can. I mean, I don't have enough money to fly you down to Miami. But if you can get your butt down to Miami, I got 2 seats for you with the TSS crew. And prior to the game, we'll be holding the American flag on the field. We'll be announcing that soon. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Be a fun experience. I did it last year. Thankfully, it was a couple of chicks, so it worked out good. So we'll see what happens this year.
There you go.
That sounds like a plan.
By the way, Commissioner, I'll have to tell Jester that I said something positive about the Jets, okay? I got to keep up my image, okay? Because last time I came on the show, I shit on Jester for about maybe 20 minutes straight.
That's what he's there for. I mean, he is the Jester.
This man said something. Had a couple college football takes that me and Kevin's brain do omelet. We're like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? But then again, me and Kevin watch way too much college football anyway. So
what's super funny about that is I was harping on, listen, I only can go so much. So I was harping on my boys like, look, we got to get a college expert in because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, period. And Fred was like, oh, no, man, I got you, man. I got some solid. I'm studying. I was like, all right, bro, you're going to be the college guy. Let's hear it. And then when that happened, I was like, bro, you're done. That was your last time as the college expert, bro.
Listen, at least we respected the dude stood by his takes. It was almost nothing was worse than the dude I went up against when the first time I went on what was the game? The game
Champs or Chumps.
Champs or Chumps. I went up against that Raiders fan. Bro, I smoked him like a bad brisket, and it was bad. And you texted me after, like, we had to let this dude win. And I'm like, I get it. But I was like, damn, I swept this dude 5-0. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, that's fair. And just so your audience is not in on the inside joke that if they missed it, the basically champs or chumps is buy or sell. That's basically what it is. So I just made it into a different game.
Yeah.
And so what I like to do though is I'll put, I'll ask your favorite team and make him argue against somebody on his team, make him get on his heels a little bit, stuff like that. So anyway, the week prior, we had someone on that was not a Belly Up affiliate. And he lost. And when you lose on that game, you're called the dumbass of the week. I got a little song for it and everything. Got a little nice little video. And Buddy was mad hurt. I see the look in his face. He was like, I'm like, bro, you know what the fuck this is.
Grown ass man, what the fuck
fun.
are you looking like that for?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to have that again this week. So that's why I was like, bro, you're a part of Belly Up family, so we can just sneak that in and bump Buddy. So yeah, but you came back. I served you right when you came back. So
Listen, I was like the most ADHD patient ever. Listen, my ADHD was on full blast when we were playing Jeopardy. Kevin was getting so mad because I wasn't even letting you finish the fucking questions half the time. I still lost.
Well, you got to let the questions come out. That's possibly why.
Listen, you're the best.
All right, yo, I'm here to talk fantasy, bro. Are we talking
World's
fantasy
best game
football
host.
or what?
All right, I got 2 or 3 questions. I know you got a rant you've been waiting for. So, all right.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I got to ask you, out of all the fantasy, everyone knows fantasy is now leaning towards receivers. Everyone's going points per reception. Everyone's leaning towards it. I played in the league last year. It was 2 PPR.
Okay, that's absurd.
It was bullshit. I was like, some kid had Keenan Allen. He literally lit me up by 30 points that week.
Oh my god.
Dude had 96 yards. I was like, what the fuck? Either way, with a receiver-driven league, and I'm going to open this up. There were 6 first-round picks drafted. You go from all the way from Burks, who thank God the Eagles got A.J. Brown out of that deal. God bless. To Drake London in the early first to Atlanta. Out of all the rookie receivers, who do you think, Mr. Commissioner, is going to be one of those guys who just is is going to just be like that home run hitter, like the Justin Jefferson type rookie receiver this year?
So I love how we have a whole conversation about how I'm not a college expert, and the first fucking question is about college guy. I love it. This is what we do here, right?
Okay, so listen, you watch the draft.
What we're doing here. No, actually, so thankfully doing this, I've done a ton of these fucking shows now, so I know a little something. I personally feel Drake London's the guy. And look at the situation. It's because of the situation he's in. Well, who else is to throw to other than Pitts in Atlanta? What other bit of offense are they going to have? Their defense sucks, so they're going to be throwing a lot. So just that alone, volume alone, I just think Drake London is the knockout park. That's the guy, if you're rookie-wise, you want to go after because of the situation that he's in. Not necessarily the talent. We could go over the talent, Judge. Listen, I'm the person that told you Ryan Leaf was better than fucking Peyton Manning. So what the hell do I know? So going back to that is what I mean. I don't know the talent-wise. We don't know how they'll develop. But in volume and situation, Drake London, to me, is the best rookie receiver to go after this season.
Okay, you know what's so funny, right? So when I was watching the draft, the guy I wanted was Jameson Williams. I didn't care about the injury. Zac Mac's team got him over in Detroit with Motor City Dan Campbell, the greatest human being alive.
Hey, Jason, he's part of America's team. And by the way, they still have a Dan Campbell statue. This guy's got one out there. He's muscled and he's got the helmet still out in the Miami parking lot. So
listen, when Dan Campbell was the interim head coach of Miami for about 6 weeks. That was the funnest football I'd ever watched in my life.
I loved him.
Dan Campbell is literally everything, every high school hardo getting his dream job of coaching the NFL. It's amazing. And the best part is Hard Knocks this year is going to be magnificent.
Indeed.
Oh my God. I can't wait. All right. But so we'll get off the college because I feel like a dick dropping a college bomb on you right away. I know you are. That's the thing is the other day, Mike Burlon of Craft Brew, by the way, I texted him a similar kind of snarky ass, semi-dry, the joke I just made, maybe like that. He was like, dude, I knew you weren't trying to poach my guys for your show. I'm like, I'm being sarcastic, Mike. It's my sense of humor. I am a jackass. It's what I do. So, all right. So, Mr. Commissioner, all these gentlemen here like different teams. I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Samir is New York Giants. My man Grayson is Dallas Cowboys. Matt, of course, is a Jets fan. And Mr. Zac Mac here is a Lions fan.
Hey, that's proud. I'm proud that he reps that. That's
Listen,
good
it's
shit.
one of my favorite qualities about him. He does not run from his teams.
Good shit.
not fun.
Absolutely.
It's not
Even
fun.
the bottom feeder Detroit Red Wings, they make Lions fans look optimistic. It's okay. My Penguins
Easy.
Penguins fans lost to the Rangers. I am still in heartbreak. Either way, I don't on each. So you go guy by guy. So Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Jets, and Lions. Who is a guy on each team you are excited for as a fantasy player this year?
Okay. All right. This is really off the cuff here. All right. So I'm going to go the easy one for me because I can at least start this out right away. Jalen Hurts. I actually have him. I don't even want, I mean, go to tssfantasy.com. I don't want to reveal too much, but I got Jalen Hurts, believe it or not, number 3 QB this year. I believe in Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. I love the volume. I love with the points on the ground. Everything with Jalen Hurts, I love it. I love the AJ Brown. To me, young dude still. I don't know what Tennessee was thinking. This guy's still young, bro. I mean, and great receiver, huge target. You got Devonta Smith for his second season now. So now you got a little bit of some chemistry developing there with him. Love the prospect of Jalen Hurts this season. I'm going to let you comment on that because I know that made you feel real nice. All right, so go ahead.
My thing about Jalen Hurts is, like, I am one of those guys who I'm trying to convince myself not to love Jalen Hurts because I don't want to get let down like I did with number 11. The first number 11, not AJ Brown. AJ Brown is already one of my favorite Eagles. Carson broke my heart because he was a spineless weasel in the locker room, but that's a whole other story. Hurts is that dude, man. He's the anti-Carson. He doesn't have the cannon arm. I look at him like a faster, less accurate Russell Wilson. Same arm strength, same leadership. What Russell lacks in breakaway speed and power, Jalen has in that.
But see, and Jalen can develop that, what Russell has. So that's what's very intriguing, especially in Dynasty for Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Wifey, I hope you heard that later.
Picked up Jalen Hurts for $15 off the waivers in my Dynasty League. Absolute steal, man. Like 2 years ago. It was the game before the Cardinals game when he went off.
This is why Samir's my co-host. He's even smarter than me.
Now, Jason, I got a couple questions for you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
First off, I'm sure you've been seeing all the reports. My guy, my knight in shining armor, or at least who used to be, Antonio Gibson, looks like he's going to be working at a committee this year, or they're saying they're looking at his workload at a week-to-week basis. I want to know, do you think Antonio Gibson under top 15 back this year?
Let me look at my trusty rankings. So I'm going to say over, actually. I have Antonio Gibson as my number 12 running back this year. I think the Commanders, and I really am going to get this messed up because we went to Redskins and I started to love the football team personally. I would stick with that. But Commanders, I think personally, actually the offense is going to take a nice uptick with Carson. I like, you already have Terry Scary. Now you have an addition, the rookie that I can't remember his fucking name right now.
Ron Dotson.
Thank you. From Penn State. See, I studied a little.
You're getting there. Commissioner, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you.
You got two guys with Carson Wentz, who's decent QB, and a better line than he had not a better line, about the same type of line that he had. I think they'll keep him upright enough, and I like the offense, which opens things up for Antonio Gibson. So we go back to Antonio Gibson, and especially PPR status. He catches the ball out of the backfield. I still like Antonio Gibson, and you can talk about a committee all you want, but when you need a fucking playmaker and you need to play, you're going to ride the hot hand, and Antonio Gibson will always end up proving to be that. So I still like Antonio Gibson as a top 15 back this year.
Let's go, baby. Fire me up. I like it. Now, another question. We all know the big trade, Russ going to the Broncos. I want to hear from you, the pass catcher / perhaps running back that benefits the most from that trade. Is it maybe even a guy like Albert O, a sleeper tight end that can show up when Russell loves guys like that in the red zone. I mean, it could be, our guy Judy. He's had his little issues over the offseason, but hey, he's here to play. And I personally love Cortland Sutton. They signed him to that big deal, so it seems like the team believes in a lot of different weapons. And I wonder who you think Russell's going to pick as his favorite.
So if we're talking like target receiver wise, I personally would lead on Sutton only because of the situation with Judy, and we're just not sure what's going on. And quite frankly, I could sit here and try to name a sleeper all I want, try to look like a smart guy, but honestly, who the fuck knows? I mean, quite frankly, we got to get to Cam, find who he's got that groove with. It could be any fucking buddy. There could be somebody we're not even talking about that could emerge as somebody just he's got good chemistry with to step up. But I like Sutton as the guy to step up the most if I had to pick. But in the Broncos, in general, the big uptick to me when that trade was Devonta Williams. Even though Melvin Gordon's still there, there's a lot more passes going to come his way. And I just love the volume from him. And he's young. I love Devonta Williams, and I think that's the biggest winner out of that trade, to be quite frank.
Yeah, that guy's an absolute freak. Let's see. I'll put one more question out here. Big question I have is, we see the value of wide receivers obviously pumping up big time. I want to know your take on a guy like Stephon Diggs, a guy 2 years ago who got a ton of volume, then last year who saw a little bit of a decrease, but he's Stephon Diggs. Is he still that guy? And I want to have you compare him to a guy like DJ Moore. I feel like those guys are kind of close in tier, where it's Diggs is uber talented, has the quarterback, but Moore is also that crazy talented guy and is one of those crazy air yards, gets all the air yards type players. But is it going to be Sam Darnold? Even if they go and get Baker, at the end of the day, do you think DJ Moore has the talent to take that step up? And for Diggs, is he slowly aging out quicker than we thought he would?
Well, I think, all right, when it comes to, it's interesting that you talk about these two guys, because Diggs, to be quite frank, I'm not a Diggs guy, and not because I'm a Dolphins fan. I've just not been fantasy wise. It's just like I just look at him and look at that offense and the way right now it's heading, where they're getting more talent, adding more weapons, and I just see his targets decreasing. So it's not necessarily, I don't think it's the age, although that always does obviously play a little bit of a factor, but I think it's more necessarily the target share for him. I think that's what you're going to start to see decrease for him. So I see him taking a step down. But DJ Moore, I'm not big on him at all. But just like you just mentioned, we don't know what the quarterback's going to be. We don't know this offense. We don't know nothing. So I'm very hesitant to go full bore on DJ Moore. Although I do agree, love the talent. I just don't know the QB situation enough to say, yeah, that's a good fantasy guy. Because the way I do fantasy is I go with consistency. The guys who have done it and continue to fucking do it. Doesn't matter. We can try to pick little sleepers all you want, and that's fine. But if you want a solid fantasy team, you go with the consistent guy. The guys have done it year after year after year.
You sound like my dad, man. That's what my dad says. He brings in chips. So This is awesome, man. I love this fantasy talk. I'm hyped.
Listen, I talked to Jason about this. I want to bring him on more during the season because fantasy-wise, between him and Dan, I texted Dan a lot last year. He gave me some bad picks. I trust Jason. Jason's got my vote this year. So here we go.
Listen, right. That's the premise of my show, though, bro. We're all fucking guessing. I don't give a fuck. All these experts, too, yeah. You're just guessing like I am. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want. That's why we make it fun.
I lost because the Eagles benched half their guys because they're blowing out the Giants. That's why I lost last year. I was screwed. I lost Hurts. I lost Smith. I was done. And Goddard, I was done. All right. If anybody else got questions for Mr. Cooper.
Wait, real quick, before you go on, real quick, I didn't get to finish your question. Saquon Barkley, liked him a lot last year, like him even more this year, even though he didn't prove me right last year. I think Saquon Barkley is a good guy for the Giants. How can you argue with Amon St. Brown? Love what he did last year. Love how he increased. I mean, the volume obviously is going to increase this year from what he did last year. So how do you not love him? Elijah Moore. What else can I say? Got hot, got hot with Zach Wilson. So, but when you play Miami, your ass going to get locked the fuck down. But other than that, I like Elijah Moore. So there we go. I answered your other question.
All right, you got one for the Cowboys quick from my man Grayson.
Oh, I missed Cowboy? Oh, shit. My bad. Oh, Cowboys. So, how can you not? Okay, so let's talk about CeeDee Lamb. No Amari Cooper. We don't know what Micah Gallup's line. We don't know what he's going to do. Like I said, we talked about consistency, guys who've done it. CeeDee Lamb is still finding his way, but if we just talked about Stephon Diggs' target share going down, obviously we're going to see a lot more for CeeDee Lamb. So I see his target share going up. So I like him a lot. And I also like Dalton Schultz a lot as well. So those are the two guys I like there.
All right. If none of y'all got more picks for any more questions for Mr. Cooper, he said he has a rant for me. I have to hear this now. You said you had something.
Well, you said you have a 3-minute thing where people do a rant. I was like, oh yeah.
So you're talking about Korner Booth dartborder because we.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, that was it. I didn't know that.
It's
Bring it
time.
out, Jared.
There we go. All right, here we go. Korner Booth dartboard, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by the amazing people at Canada Dips. Yes, I'm packing one right now. They are an official sponsor of TSS Fantasy as well. Listen, I am a guy who enjoys his oral tobacco. I love my dips. I love my chaw. I love everything. This is a way where I don't look like such a jackass all the time at a party. And honestly, I can do this at work and a customer will never know. I love it. Listen, the mango is my favorite. Citrus is definitely second. Maui Wowie third as well. Even their non-CBD ones are great. Their spearmint tastes like wintergreen cope, and that is all I needed in life. So
I just want to throw this out there. If they're listening, we got to up the strength though, because Daddy's got a high tolerance. I got
the 10 mgs works good when I'm driving to work, but it does not work when I'm driving back from work. Listen, Canada Dips, official sponsor of TSS Fantasy and our great folks here at Belly Up Sports and the Korner Booth. Promo code Belly Up Sports for 20% off. I gave that to my boss. He bought like 4 tins. So here we go. All righty. So, Mr. Cooper, you are the guest of honor. Who you putting in the dartboard this week?
Well, I'm going to put the NFL, and I've had this going for a long time.
Everything.
And I'm going to invite your guests and everybody on your show to, once I finally get my shit together, I am suing the NFL. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not for money. I have 6 season tickets, as I alluded to earlier. I live in Orlando. It's not a fucking easy jaunt. It's 3 fucking hours there and back. All right. I go down there and, I have the Sunday ticket. So when I don't go down there, I watch all the fucking games. I have 4 TVs set up. I mean, it's like the red zone in my house. So when I go to the fucking ball game, I want to watch my red zone. Right. But guess what? The NFL will not allow you to watch it. For what fucking reason? I paid my money for my season tickets. I paid my money for the for the DirecTV Sunday ticket. So why the fuck can I sit there and watch? Let me throw this scenario out there, because now Miami's actually good, so this might actually happen. What if it's in late December? We're at the ball game, right? And the fucking Bills are playing the Jets, right? And, we're like neck and neck, and this matters. Their game matters. Why can't I not sit there and have that shit right there in front of me while watching my fucking boys talk, screaming from what? I don't even understand what logic they have to do this. I really don't get it. I think it's unpatriotic. I'll just go that route. Whatever.
Love it.
Let's
God
go.
bless America.
It's bullshit. It's not fair. And especially because I just drove 3 fucking hours and I love the NFL. I want all of it. I don't want to look at the fucking scoreboard and find out and have to wait for an update. I want to watch that shit right now. So NFL, my wife's a lawyer and we're coming for your fucking ass.
I have one question. I have a follow-up. Are you doing it on the Wi-Fi from Hard Rock, or are you doing it from your LTE?
I've done it both ways. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So I have an issue too.
It tells you though. Hold on. It tells you directly, due to NFL rules, you are inside a stadium and you cannot watch the fucking Sunday ticket. So
ever
there
thought
is
about a
not the
VPN?
Wi-Fi issue.
Have you ever thought about a VPN though to get around this?
Oh, what? I'm
You
sorry.
shouldn't have to, obviously, but you ever thought about a
Right.
VPN?
That's my point. I feel
know.
you. There's
So-
other ways because I've seen people in the parking lot. They have all that. Fine, but I should not have to fucking do that. That's
I know,
bullshit.
it's bullshit. So I'm agreeing with you. So, friend of the show, guy who does our intro song, Mr. Maserati, me and him were at the Eagles-Washington game, a Tuesday night game. I had a parlay. One would have hit. Two would have made me like 60. No, actually, wait. No, that was a $600 one. I had a $600 parlay that would have hit. But every time I tried to sign in to DraftKings or FanDuel inside of Lincoln Financial Field, it blocked me. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
It does that. It does that whenever I go to. I have season tickets too for the Jets, but whenever I go to the game,
you also go to MetLife, and that place is basically Satan's asshole. So
I mean, yes, obviously, but I mean, you still go to the parking lot.
Matt, you watched me try to fight a whole section of Jets fans back in 2015.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh, I don't even remember that.
Well, yeah, quick story before we get to the rest of us. Me and Matt went to a Jets Eagles game back in 2015 when we were in college because me and him were in the same school together. I was so wasted. Both of us were so blackout drunk that I tried to fight an entire section of Jets fans.
No, you were so wasted that you gave me your drink and said, "I can't finish this. You finish it," and I drank the rest of it, and I was already blacked out.
That sounds like a good time to me. I don't care. That sounds like fun.
I don't remember the first thing I remember about that game was Brandon Marshall trying to lateral it in the middle of a play, and that thing was mid-second quarter.
Yeah, I remember
the Eagles
that.
I think we're losing like 21-0, 21-7 at that point. I was bad.
Tell me why I remember that play, but I don't remember the group picture we all took.
Well, here's the best part: is like 3 of those dudes from that picture are dead to me. So there you go.
All right.
Shout out to college. All right. So Grayson, who are you putting on the dartboard this week?
Way to throw that awkward comment out there.
Shout out Tyler got married though.
Man, if I'm not putting Jerry Jones on the dartboard every week.
Second week in a row?
No, I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to go with Washington owner Danny Snyder.
He calls him Danny. Even better.
Danny boy.
Yeah,
Let me teach you a thing or two.
Committed financial crimes, and he's kind of fostered an environment that's permissive to sexual harassment. Not cool. I mean, shame on Roger Goodell for allowing this to continue. I think Snyder's a clown, needs to go. And, not cool. I want to put him on the dartboard this week.
Yeah, get him out of there.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. Mr. Zac Mac, what do you got for the dartboard?
Dude, does it have to be football related?
No, you can do whatever the fuck you want in sports.
All right, I'll give somebody that probably none of your fans know. I put David Perron of the St. Louis Blues on the dartboard because he's just a dirty fucking player. And Nazem Kadri took out Jordan Bennington, and the Blues were obviously pissed about it. And the next game, David Perron throws some cross checks, throws some elbows out of nowhere, just being a dirty ass player. And you know what? Last laugh goes to Nazem Kadri because he took out Bennington and then he scored a hat trick and just completely won the series for the Avs. And I love it, but fuck you, David Perron.
And fuck the St. Louis Blues. The only good thing you ever did for me was make sure the Bruins don't win a fucking title. All right, Matt, who you putting on the dartboard this week?
Honorary dartboard member is going to be Aaron Hicks because he's got to be the worst baseball player in the entire league right now. So I have to throw that there. He's the honorary, like I gotta throw him up there too. But I'm gonna stick with Grant Cohn with this one. Just a guy that pretty much is just so butthurt that team didn't pick who he wanted to in that particular draft that he's got to just attack this guy's just status because of injuries and things like that. But I think the biggest thing is that he let a grown man on a live stream tell him that he's got a small dick and that he needs to respect this guy. So the fact that a grown man let another grown man say you got small nuts, like, yeah, you're on the dartboard this week, buddy.
All right, Samir, who you got?
Now listen, Commissioner, you know we love having you around, and I don't mean to take shots at your city here, but I gotta go for Miami Heat fans up on this. Can we be honest? Is there any Miami Heat fan that actually enjoys watching the game of basketball? I mean, we look in the stadium. I mean, all these guys are paid actors by Pat Riley, right? We know this.
What the fuck?
They're walking
He just said paid actors.
They love walking out halfway through the game, man. They don't care. They've never cared. Oh my God.
This, bro, this ain't no fake fan, just so we're clear, okay?
That's awesome. No, listen, I respect you. I respect you more than anything in the world, you know? We talk fantasy. You're my favorite guest on the show. I'll go out and say it. But, you know, these Miami Heat fans, you know they don't know how to act. You know this.
Listen, I'm just gonna. I can't help but take this personal, bro. Like, you know, you say it's me. You're talking about me, bro.
Okay, fair. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it again, man. You guys get down by more than 7 points, and there's 12 minutes left in the game. They're out of there.
Yeah, can I tell you? It's easy. Where do you live? Where do you live, bro?
I live right now I'm in Connecticut, but I'm mostly
okay. Can right now? Can you take your ass to the beach and see a lot of hot ass bitches right now? Can you?
No, I can't.
Okay,
you know, you're
so,
right.
so if you're getting your ass whooped and you're like, well, what the fuck, man?
Miami traffic is
wrong.
Boston girls.
And you're these two clowns wanting to fight the fans and passing out with a group pick. Where do you think you're going, bro? Let's go to South Beach and get some bitches. Let's go. So that's why, man. I respect the Miami Heat fan for that. You know, respect that.
Hey, man. Hey, you know, you raised a good point, and I might have to take you guys off the dartboard. You might have to talk me out of it, man.
All right. I've been thinking long and hard about this. What's been pissing me off in sports lately? At the end of the day, it's just NFL Network. You know what? So I pay $70 a month on my broke ass salary to make sure I can watch any NFL game that's on NFL Network, any news coverage, whatever. My old man, because he works out of the house like I do, we share the same monster. By the way, Spectrum Business Wi-Fi router is the size of this fucking dartboard. It's monstrous. So we got 2 free years of streaming TV. I look up NFL Network. I gotta pay an extra $12 a month for fucking NFL Network. I don't even know if that includes Red Zone or not. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, honestly, I may do it and drop YouTube TV, so I have to pay a fucking arm, leg, and a kidney for it. Why is it so hard to watch sports in like the United States? I don't get it. I really don't. Like, why can't, like, even Sling TV, who prides themselves on being able to choose your coverage. No, you don't. I looked at your packages. You either pick ESPN, MSNBC, not MSNBC. You either take ESPN, NBC Sports, and CBS Sports, or you get NFL Network, Fox Sports 1, and the other one. You won't get both. And I'm like, what if I just want to watch sports? TNT, TBS, and like my local channels, and Comedy Central because I need a laugh. Like, where the fuck is that kind of coverage? I hate this shit. I really do. And the worst part is and apparently there's like 45,000 different fucking streaming services. I had to have my boy Samir get me a link to watch my fucking Diamondbacks every night. God bless. I've watched like 30 baseball games this year already, which I'm very proud of, actually. Like, it's actually honestly the best thing to watch before going to bed because I never make it to the 9th inning because I'm such a fucking old man. But, like, listen, once my Timberwolves were eliminated, once my fucking Penguins were eliminated, wow, holy shit. All of my teams have made the playoffs except for Arizona in the last 12 months. That's insane. Either way, fuck NFL media, MLB, fuck all sports media, you money-grubbing assholes. Fuck off. You make my life miserable. I have to literally find illegal sites to get my computer viruses. Kevin just does that by what he searches on the internet. I do it because I look up sports. Alrighty, that's Korner Booth dartboard. My leg's numb. That thing weighs like fucking 30 pounds, man. I swear to God, I get a fucking bicep workout doing that shit every time. All right. Ladies and gents, it is officially 4 minutes past. We are, of course, off of Tiki because, I don't want to get yelled at by Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to our man, TSS, Mr. Commissioner himself. Mr. Commissioner, where can we find you on Twitter?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even know what my handle is, but check out my show. That's what I care about. TSS Fantasy. That's where you want to go. And I really would implore you to go to tssfantasy.com, where we have all of our latest and greatest stuff including we've offered a show on your fantasy league. So check that out. That's how TSS Fantasy started. We did a show on our league. It got everyone excited. So then we did the show. So check that out. Really fun. Something we could do, something special you can do for your league. Make it feel a little more realistic. We have our Underdog promo too. So if you want to play on Underdog Fantasy, use our code TSS. Gets you double your deposit under $100. Also, big thing I wanted to mention. We just got a sponsorship from Gatorland here in Orlando. So the next time you bring your ass on Champs or Chumps, it will be for a couple Gatorland tickets brought to you by Gatorland. So that'll be nice. Have something to offer you next time you come on.
One of my favorite experiences, I loved gators and crocodiles as a kid. One of my favorite experiences when I went to Florida when I was a little kid was Gatorland. So, like, that is awesome. I saw that sponsorship. I wanted to message you, Jason. I completely forgot to. But, like, literally, that made me so happy because, like, my childhood came roaring back about, like, I actually may have a tribal crocodile tattooed about here in about, like, 6 months. Like, that's how much I love that animal. So, like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I told them that we'll do a show there because they asked about it. But I'm like, we're gonna do that.
Shit.
We're gonna do that late in the season because it's too damn hot down here right now, bro. I mean, my wifey got me in the garage right now. I'm sweating my ass off. That's why I took the jacket off.
What's the temperature right now? What's the temperature right now in Orlando right now, Jason?
It feels like 90 fucking forever, but right now it's like 80 set. I think it's like 86 or something. I don't even know. Wait, it's late in the evening now.
It's currently 62 in Thunder.
62, my ass. You bet.
In Connecticut? Yeah, I know. It's
where you are. Oh, okay,
yeah. So funny. On last Friday and Saturday in Connecticut, it was overall 91 degrees, right? My mom's best friend lives in West Palm Beach. It was colder there than it was in Connecticut. I want you to let that sink in for a second.
That's crazy.
Right? Listen, the thing is, I'm trying to move to Florida because the heat don't bother me. Neither does the fucking mosquitoes, the gators, the humidity don't bother me. What bothers me is gas prices, bro. I just paid I had to fill up my work truck this morning. Thank God I got a company car. It was $4.69 a gallon.
Well, it ain't that much cheaper down here, bro. I don't know how much you think you're moving down here.
I know. Let's ask one of the members of the greatest state in America. Grayson, what's the gas like in Texas right now?
Man, it's I feel like it's the best price you can get for gas around these states, but it's definitely still kind of high for Texas.
I want numbers, motherfucker.
Yeah, what's the details?
You got me. I'm leaning in. Wait,
what is this Congress level explanation? What's the numbers?
420 to 440 a gallon, I think.
Bro, I paid that shit like 2 months ago. I'm pissed as shit right now.
Yeah.
I just paid $4.69 a gallon.
My buddy drives a Benz. His freaking only 93 octane tank. It cost him $100 to fill it up, and it's only 12 gallons.
It's $4.49 in Tampa this morning.
It's costing me $5.50 to fill up in Chicago right now.
Zach, you're in Tampa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right, cool, man. Come hang out with the boys, bro. Like,
I will, bro. I will.
We'll have to. I think. Don't we play in Tampa this year? I thought I saw that. No, maybe we don't. Sorry, maybe it was the other year. All right, we got to hook up for a game or something, Zach.
I'll come down for that game.
All right, good. Hey, you can come down anytime, bro. Like I said, I got 6 seats.
You're listen, Jason, let me know if your buddy wants a entry level associate. I got him.
I wanted one little quick plug too. We've been off for a little while. TSS took a little break because I want to retool some things, make some new graphics, make some new videos. So we will be debuting June 3rd. We got some cool guests like Mike Westhoff coming up from, used to be coach for the Jets. And
Mike Westhoff.
He's going to be special teams coach. He's got a book coming out, so he wants to plug that. So we're going to talk with Mike Westhoff a little bit about that. And we got some other fun stuff. Basically, what we're doing over the summer is a 32 for 32. We're going to take each show and dedicate it to each NFL team, break down their season outlook. We're going to have special guests on from there, either super fan or a coach or hopefully an athlete, if anyone will ever come on my fucking show. And we're going to play our famous little games with them, either a Jeopardy or a Chance or Chumps. So that's what we're going to be doing over the summer. And we start June 3rd. So come check it out.
It might be sad to say, but Mike Westhoff might be like one of the best coaches the Jets have ever had, and he's not even special teams. He's not even like head coach or anything like that.
Yeah, when I told my dad about it, bro, he was like, "Oh my god, that was Shoeless Boy." I was like, "All right, cool. We go talk to him. We'll see what's up."
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Listen, you can catch my man, Mr. Cooper, on his amazing show, TSS Fantasy. One of the most entertaining shows you will ever watch. I'm telling you right now. Even if you're not a fantasy football expert, the characters this dude recruits, it is total shit show for a reason. That's what TSS. So, by the way, I've known Jason for over a year now. I did not know what TSS meant until fucking Brad from Unbearable goes, "Yo, it stands for total shit show." I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, oh my god, it makes so much sense now.
Well, we had that was the original. And in fact, our logo originally was a little poop emoji. And, the conservative guy, our Flanders, he's very uptight. He's our conservative guy. He's like, we got to change the name.
No fucking sense.
You got to change the name. It's ridiculous. And he's always bitching about it. So I was like, fuck it. But then it's TSS, motherfucker.
Flanders
We're still going to keep
me.
it.
I hope Flanders knows I'm only a Philly fan for the Eagles. He tags me in every Sixers bullshit he has to deal with. I'm a Timberwolves fan. I don't give no fucks about your Sixers. Listen, like I like my teams are more spread out than like anybody on this earth, man. I got my baseball team's in Arizona, my college team's in Miami, my pro team for football is in Philly, my pro team for basketball is in fucking Minnesota. Like I'm all over the place. But you know what? It makes me an original. That's the
all your
part.
teams are in different time zones, pretty much.
Exactly. It makes it easier to watch them.
Yeah.
All right.
The one thing common about your team is that they all stink.
I was waiting for that.
Hey, Samir, I think my Eagles have won a Super Bowl more recently. Your Giants have.
Fair.
And what number
my
was that?
My college team stole your head coach.
Number one?
Yeah, Hurricanes stole your Ducks head coach. And then on top of that, 2001, by the way, never forget.
Bro, I was literally 2 months old.
I don't care. On top of that, your Celtics are going to get absolutely ripped apart by the Warriors. It's okay. So we're
no. I'm sorry.
Series
What?
isn't over yet. Wait.
What?
Hold on.
What?
You are dissing.
Yeah, it's not done.
Tell me listen, Jason. I've lost like $10 in the Miami Heat already. Prove me wrong. I want the Heat to win. I love Jimmy Butler. That's my dog. Listen, I was the most heartbroken Wolves fan when he left because that man is toughness. I love Jimmy Butler. I have his Timberwolves Jordans in my room right now.
You know why they lost? They were just off on, listen, these NBA teams go through ebbs and flows. That's why they're a 7-game series. They were off on the 3. Obviously, that was obvious. It's not going to be like that next game. So obviously, let's go ahead and take Boston. Don't take that one. And then when we come back home, obviously, we take the series. I'm not even worried one single bit.
I still get bubble flashbacks, so I'm.
You mean the Mickey Mouse title? It doesn't count for LeBron?
Yeah, but that he
still counts, bro.
Something else, man.
Barely. That counts like sinking a birdie when it's raining and the water pulls in the hole. All right, ladies and gents, that's a Korner Booth pregame Memorial Day weekend edition Aaron Donald episode. Next week is our 100th Korner Booth pregame. Special guests from the Oxcord Pod, Cruz Oxen Rider, and Nick Perkins, as well as possibly an appearance from my OG co-host, one of my best friends in the world, Mr. Kevin Lang. Kevin, sorry, I ever redact his last name every time. He thinks it's really going to affect his professional status. What a fucking weenie. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find this fine man over here at TSS Fantasy on Twitter. TSSFantasy.com is a great website to check out. I actually read that shit because I suck at fantasy football. I haven't once in like 6 years. So, 2019, 3 years. All right. It's been a long time. Either way, we appreciate you stopping by. Check us out, Korner Booth Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If me and Samir can resurrect that motherfucker. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.
Jason, brother, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Always
no
a
sweat,
pleasure.
bro.